my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it off, looking back. Giving my
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Washington football team. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Carry for Kenyon Drake. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He was taken down by...
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. A carry here for the big tight end. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The tackle made.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. And Thomas has it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. First down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 6 from the 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Kaepernick on 3rd down. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Brought down. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
No gain on the
really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's third down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on third down.
to go.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him, 11 yards and a first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, Benjamin. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the...
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9. Murray on the screen. This is Edmonds.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And here we go on 4th down with Murray. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
When I watch Chandler Jones play for the Arizona Cardinals, I actually get a little bit jealous because he does his job as well as anyone in the league. He's played 64 games for Arizona starting this season. 60 sacks in that time frame. That's just under 1 per game. That type of success rate will not only keep you on the field, but also garner you a lot of honors.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons.
Well, good luck, offenses. You've got to identify where Isaiah Simmons is going to play on every snap, and sometimes he's going to rush the passer. But how about that play? Back in the secondary, getting an interception, and we saw that ability at Clemson. Sometimes he played as a pure safety and came off the hash in 2 deep coverage and made those types of plays. Isaiah Simmons is going to show up everywhere.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Chase Edmonds, the ball carrier.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give to Edmonds. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back in. 56
On 3rd down, Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Quick strike here, Murray to Fitzgerald. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag.
Hey, check. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 34-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray to air it out again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
quick hitch route and the throw complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
One of the first big plays we've seen in this football game, and could that be the play that gets this game jump-started? It's taken a while as both teams have tried to settle in. Maybe now the pace will accelerate.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
The 46-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4. Murray, he's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Their own 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
24-yard line.
Second and 6. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On the return is Peterson. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again, Murray. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
56 right there, 56. 56 to Mike. 56.
Shotgun now from Murray. He'll air this one out for Kirk. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Cardinals 7. Washington.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by Washington. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Dumps it complete to Miller. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. On 2nd down, here's Miller.
Lamar Miller, the ball carrier, taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Haskins will throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. Haskins flushed. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 49. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Here's Haskins to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete.
Terry McLaurin, 64 yards. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
14, Washington.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run with Drake. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
The ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From just shy of midfield, Haskins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
A gain of 13 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Murray, and he hits Drake. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And 7.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. I got it.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
And 2 yards to go.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
He's taken down.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. They'll run again with Love on first down. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson. From the 36, Haskins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Demir Bird, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
11 at the 40-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Murray. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. A huge play there for Arizona. 49 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st down, Drake. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Steven Sims, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case,
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 17. Taken down, back at his own 7.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Fourth down, here's Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now this is where they sit, and he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
11 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
56, Mike.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
56,
From the gun, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Boy, a bad break. Just got the lead on the touchdown, and now they're going to have to go on defense at the 40-yard line here as things get good in the 4th quarter. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a draw play with Drake. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 9.
56. Ain't no such thing as a look. Hey. 56 is the mic. Check tight. Check tight. 56 the mic, boys. 56.
Operating from the gun, Murray. Well, this is caught by Williams. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams, 57 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, ah.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise...
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
At the 42.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Murray a give. This is Drake. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
To Bryce Love.
And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it down.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. And he finds McLaurin. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Washington.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. He's at the 40. Past the 20.
Don't worry about it,
And
baby.
he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Down to a knee goes Murray, as that will just about wrap this. Thing up.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headline.